For competitor report, this is what I was showing you before. This allows you to see they're currently number one. They have an 88% market visibility. The next one, and you guys have probably heard of Affordable Dentures. I mean, they're all over the country. They kill them. They just dominate them because they're doing everything right. And they don't even have a lot of reviews. They don't, I mean, we don't make up reviews, but they don't even have a lot of reviews because the next closest competitor only has 6. So just by having 8, they do have a lot of posts where the other guys aren't posting at all. They do have backlinks. These guys are focusing on websites. That's what Affordable Dentures does. It just constantly adds to the website, and yet their market visibility is half instead of focusing on what the differences are in the actual Google Business Profile. And you can see the client on the maps here. You can go in and actually review them and see them here. So, this is where,
John,
yeah.
John, we had a question. If you can go back to the platform. So
Sure.
here it's Sean, like you said, the overall view of the client for the best practices, for the best in class kind of things to do to diversify your ranking factors, right? And here you can see not only the review count, but it takes the daily average between reviews. How many reviews in the last 90 days? How many reviews in the last 180 days, right? How many posts, and it breaks that down, 90, 180 days, average between posts, backlinks. It does incorporate your website, right? We want to incorporate the website with the GMB together. And with the website itself, because it tells you the backlinks, it's going to suggest, hey, go look at this, go look at this, go look at this in the website. That part, that way it'll trigger. So especially the agency that has the SEO team, the GMB team, now we can have each other's back and really dominate as an agency. For the number one priority of any agency owner is profit, right? And get better results for their clients, to grow their clients. And this is a tool that you can leverage to do that. And Sean had a question about this, so I wanted to make sure to point it out. You can see the overall arching, the high view of what's going on and stuff that matters based on the business assistant, and the business score.
Yeah, anytime you see a question, please let me know, Alfredo.
Yep, 100%.
I want to go back to Business Assistant and show you some of the other things. Here, all this is recommending 26 more actions to do. Of course, we can schedule the post, but we also want to, add a Q&A item. Is there a parking available at your location? All of this is done for you. You just add it. You go ahead and add the action, and then all this will go ahead and do it. What are your office hours? Thanks for asking. We're Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., 6:25, and we add that. So that's added to the Q&A. And when we go past all the Q&As it's recommending, then we come down here where we want to respond to reviews. All this will take your reviews. Let's say you pick up a client, a brand new client, and they've never answered their reviews. Not only will all this do their new reviews, but it will go back and answer all the old reviews in a natural way. It'll basically start, and it'll do 3 every 3 days, where it'll actually go back and do the old ones, while every week it'll answer the new ones. So you just hit respond to review, and all this does everything for you. Of course, after you read it and you approve it. All of the reviews here are answered. If you want to add a service, I showed you, this is actually a service item. It does that for you. So it recommends your services based on what services your competitors are showing, and it recommends that you add these. So all of these services are added. And then this is a customer review. And then most of all, it's recommending a change to the Google Business Profile in the optimized description. And you can see that the keyword usage is based on what the competitors are doing. So you can apply that update and it's done, bam, immediately. So it tells you all of the things that you did, and it lists it when you come down here. And when you look at your profile, you can see that this is all of your current for the last 30 days. This is your, what you're getting, how much you're showing on maps and so forth. This is showing, I want to mention too that Google is taking away Google Calls. I don't know if everybody knows that, but Google Calls is being taken away if it hasn't been taken away from you already. In this case, we've noticed that it shut off dentures in Hawthorne, recently. So you're going to not stop seeing any call volume on your actual reports, and we will take that off as a variable. It'll list your posts, and you can view details on anything by coming in here and seeing your reviews. Now, the great thing about all this, it also does reputation management, and it does it in a very legit way. All you have to do is come in here, and you can, if your client puts this, let's say he's a dentist, and we have dentists that print this out in their location and put it inside a little sign holder, and everybody at checkout gets asked, will you write us a review? Some people, we have skin places where they'll say, hey, if you give us a good review right now, we'll give you this little bag of goodies. Restaurants say, hey, if you write us a good review and you show me right now you wrote it, I'll give you a free sandwich. Whatever it is, you put this on your desktop. If you are in the field and you're a plumber, whatever, you carry this on your phone and you ask for the review in the field. In the next 60 days, we're adding an app where you'll be able to, just basically have it on your phone. And we're going to be using that app to do other things with your website and so forth in the future. But right now, you can get interaction to add reviews here. The other thing we do is it's a gatekeeper. If you want to turn on, if you want it to go directly to the page, you click on this. But other than that, it's going to have a gatekeeper. If you get a 3 or less, it's going to go directly to you, the client or you. So you can designate that. And you can send this link out in your emails. You can send the QR code. But this is what you want to do for a concise review program to increase reviews. We've had tremendous success with our clients that use it. And then all of your information here on what's going on with your client and the keywords that you're doing well for are here. The services that you have, we added this one service so far, your details, and then an overview here. And again, this is just so you can keep track of it. When you get a report, when you want to create a report, you just come here, you choose your variables. So if you want to show performance trends, but you don't want negative, you can do that. If you want to include it, you can for your own edification. You can set it up as you can set it up as a recurring report where you can have it appear every week, every month, and you can have it emailed directly to your client. So my suggestion is keep your clients informed, meet with them once a month. I don't know, my wife gets the credit card bill. Most people that own a business, their wives do. And you need to be able to step up and say, the client wants to know, oh yeah, look at how well this is doing. Look at what these guys are saying. I would even suggest you set up a weekly report just for your not your competitors, but for anything that has to do with your local insights. In this case, we're going to show everything. So that's how you do this. And you can also run it immediately too. So we're going to go ahead and create a report. I'm going to preview it. And I know. Oh, I got to go back. I'm sorry. I messed up here. The reason why is I didn't choose the variable that I should have. Let me do that again. So I got to create this month because it's just a brand new account. So basically we choose that and we preview the report, and you can compare. I didn't show you, but you can compare. All this has information on, over 18 months of data from Google. So you can show clients from last year, you can show progression, but you always have 18 months of data because that's all Google allows us to legally do. But you can see, you can look at the details of an individual map. You can show them, this. You can send this on a link. You can send it on a PDF. You can send it as a JPEG. But it gives you right there 90% visibility. This shows you who the top competitors are. Gives their location and shows on the map where their competitors are. It includes all, see, I included the red, but their direction requests are down this month over last month. So this would be eliminated if that was the case. And because, right now we're looking at a reporting period that we have a lot of dead space, where we need to set up the reporting period to be partial month instead of the whole month, because the whole month is going to include as of today forward. And it's obviously, if it compares all of last month through September 11th, then that's going to not show up as well. So we've added, two new questions. We have 8 total reviews. What's the average sentiment? All of this is given on your report. This is a little bit bare because it's a new client. Newly added to the dashboard, but you get the idea. So we also have reports that are, let me cancel this. We also have reports that if we go outside, you can actually, let's say you're in search grid maps, where if you do create a search grid, you can actually compare. Now, I don't have comparisons, but when you set it up here or inside your local keywords, let's say all this runs every week, which it does, and you see significant progression, you can run a comparison report and actually show one date versus another. And this is really important to show that. The other report that we'll have available this month is your work report, where you can show your client, look at all we did for you. We did 10 posts, 12 posts, whatever. We did 10 Q&As. We did, added 10 service items. We basically moved up this much. This is our report on progression. All of the work that all this does.
Yeah, so guys, I think we get the value, right? As far as, we're past the 60-minute mark. So if you have any last minute questions, please, drop them in there if you want John to kind of show you. But, I do want to be respectful of your guys' time and John's time.
Yeah, I'm sorry I talked too much here.
Yeah, no worries. But I just want to make sure that people see the value, the different, how we can leverage this tool, and to help us retain and maintain our clients, right? So if you have any last minute questions, make sure that we get them in there now as we bring this to a close. Now, John, if somebody wants to get a hold of you, somebody wants to sign up for the program, how can we do this?
What I'd like you to do to get the special is to go through Alfredo and he will send you a sign up. We are invitation only at this point. So you have Alfredo's email. Let him know if you would like to sign up. I don't care if you sign up 1 or 100 accounts. You have a 30-day money back guarantee. There is nothing else out there. I've been doing this a long time, guys. Everything that we know that works in Google is concentrated in this tool. Here's another thing. We have on our development board many, many things in the next 6 months that you're going to see constant innovation. When you sign up through Alfredo, you have a 2-year rate guarantee, a 30-day money back guarantee, and you don't need to pay for added innovations that come in that are part of the original All This dashboard. So it's a very good time to get in. I guarantee you we're going to be charging more because we do so many things. And why do we do that? Millions and millions and millions of data points every month. And it's expensive, guys. And we want to do a good job for you. And we don't want to sacrifice anything to do with looking at competitors in the trade area in an effective way. Go ahead.
So guys, with that, last minute questions that popped up, guys, as far as credits. Now, a lot of this is built in already. So it does the hourly, the weekly, the monthly reports, even the rerunning of those heat maps for you. Where you'll kind of get hit a little bit if you're really heavy on prospecting, you'll sap them there. And if you generate your own, if you don't use the clients, And if you want to do more than what all this already does for you. But what all this sets up to do with the text, the images, that's all already baked in and built onto that. Now, here's the thing. If you do need more credits, I promise you guys, it's not gonna cost you $1.50 per map like other platforms
No,
that
no,
I
it's
was on.
yeah, no,
It's
the maps are
very,
based on, yeah, the distance, how many how much density you do. But also, I want to tell everybody, you get 3,000
yeah.
credits per client, which means if you add 10 clients, you get 30,000 credits in there. And you're not going to use that. I mean, unless you're just doing a million prospect maps. But the point is, if you do want to buy them, it's very inexpensive. For $10, again, you can buy as many as you want, but you really don't need to do that. We provide 3,000 per client. We are not trying to make money on running maps. We're trying to, create a tool that you'll use, that you'll stay on for years, and that we're constantly going to be innovating and making better.
Yeah, and then Christopher has the next question. Does this tool, right? The question is, so based on this tool, this will make me rank better based off of the suggestions alone, or is it a small part? Is it just I'm trying to understand, um, is this something we really need, meaning providing extra value? Yes and yes, Christopher, and correct me if I'm wrong, Aaron or John. It's going to help you because it takes, John used this and I never forgot it. All the Boy Scouts, right? All the white label, all what Google, like all what we know as far as ranking factor. Remember, this is a Google review tool. They know exactly what we're doing, where we're getting everything, right? So it's a Google approved tool. And we take all those 300 points plus on certain areas and say, hey, this is what matters. These are the ranking factors. So do this. And also your competitors are doing this. So we need to do this better. Right. So not only
Yes.
helps to rank better, but also number two, remember, it's to save you time and money so that project manager, VA that could only handle 10, 15, 20. In fact, I was just talking to William about this. Now you're going to be able to double that workload because it's the system does it for you automatically. They just need to read it, approve it, read, and boom.
I want
It's
to add one other
very
thing.
fast. Yeah.
And this is a little bit understated because no other platform does trade area marketing. The trade area marketing alone, so you can better target and define your real competitors and customers for this client, makes it easier for you to sell your agency. And the fact that we're actually taking what Google rewards rankings with, which is the variables they have set up, and they're reporting when he was talking about the gurus like Joy Sterling and people like that. These people every year publish a list of the most important things, through Matt over at Google, and they say, hey, this is what we're looking for. Every time there's an algorithm update, we're aware of it, and we actually test it, and then we include it in the platform so that you don't have to try a million things just to get it right. This, yes, it will help you do better, but right off the bat, you need to define your clients by trade area or by polygon if they're a service business. And nobody else does that properly. There's other people that do some polygons, that's fine, but that does not define the competitors within those areas. And it doesn't do it in the same way that we do it. So, sir, whatever business you have is going to be better off because you define their trade area, number one. And two, nobody else uses competitor profiles to actually make sure the correct information and, and provide the data that we need to actually make you rank better.
So, guys, another question that we had, two more questions here, and then we'll wrap this up, guys. Yes, it does give you. He must have missed it. How did he word the question? It had to do with reviews. The Google review link. It does give you a Google review link based on like a QR to make it easy to get reviews. So a plumber, a dentist office, techs that are out there, they can just scan this code, boom, give me a review, or you can make this a little poster on the offices. So it gives you that style. Another question we had here,
Real
and
quick, I want to add real quick, and I'll talk fast.
yeah,
Use the poster if you have a location. Use them, put them on the tables, put them on, if it's a restaurant, put them at the front desk, wherever people pay money. Put it on your phone if you're a plumber. If you ask them for the review, you're going to see your review shoot up dramatically, and it's going to gatekeep in case they just happen to write a bad one. It'll never make it to Google. So use this tool. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
so last question, guys, is does all this also read the business website to determine the keywords?
All this review looks at all of the, when you say your business website,
Yeah, that was a question. Does all this
all
also
this
read?
looks at the competitors and it tells you what you should be doing based on who's ranking. You don't want to copy. I mean, if you've already got keywords in there and you're optimized on your website, you want to focus on keywords that are GPS specific with all this. Most of the GPS specific keywords will be words that you could never rank for. If you tried to go to dentures just type that into Google, uh, because it bases the keywords off the region and the business categories that Google's rewarding rankings for. You don't want to go with something that also you could never show up for, because organic is usually specific for a large area. It's canonical. You want to focus on the area. How can I rank for my trade area and get those customers there? So we look at the region, we look at the trade area, and we define the best choices for you as what Google defines.
Yeah, so it does also suggest in there, like, hey, look at your H1. Hey, go look at your title description.
That it
Hey,
does, yes.
does it have embedment? So it does tell you, hey, keeps you from being lazy and like, did I forget this, or did I forget that? So it does do that. With that, guys, being said, reach out to me. I'll go ahead and get you signed up. We'll get you plugged away. I appreciate everyone's that's on here. I appreciate you guys' question. Those that are catching the replay on Facebook, or those that are on Facebook, reach out to me. Those that are catching the replay on the YouTube channel or on the podcast, reach out to me. And if you're on the podcast, it'll be awesome if you guys can watch this on YouTube, because you can get a visual, right? John explained it a little bit, but there's something about showing it to you, and there's something about plugging in your profiles and doing it and getting it. Now, remember, guys, it is on beta. So the price point is excellent. It's a guaranteed price point, whether you add 1 or 100. And once you lock in one, it locks in the rest of the 99 on there. So it's awesome. Prospecting, maintaining your current clients, reporting, communicating, it offers all that for you. John, I
I want
appreciate
to
you.
thank you, Fredo. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you, everybody, for listening. And yes, like Alfredo said, we will demo for anybody. Our concern is making sure that you set up all this and you use it, and that it'll help your clients and help you make more money. If you have any questions, we are customer service oriented. Please reach out to Alfredo. If he can't help you, we will help you. And I really appreciate your time.
Yeah. So guys, real quick, I just want to share this, and I'll leave you with this. If you want to go onto the website, you can get started on here, book a demo with myself. We'll we'll hop on and take care of that for you. So with that being said, guys, let's see, where is it at? Ooh, okay, here we go. With that being said, guys, much love, much success, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you.
Thank you, Alfredo. Thank you, guys. So